If you're not using AI right now in order to absolutely amplify all of your content, your ads, and everything else, you're going to get left behind. We at the GSD and Thinker are using AI clones specifically in our content, in our ads, in our VSLs, everywhere, end to end in our businesses. And if we have almost perfected the method to make not only realistic looking ones, but how to create B-reel, how to create edits, how to put it all together to really be able to amplify the amount of assets we can test within the size of our current team. If that's something you've been looking for, how to create real, good looking, ultra realistic AI clones that can get out there and do the work for you, both to help you post, both to help you have reels, have AI VSLs, have webinars, any of that stuff, then this is the video for you. I just broke down exactly what tools we're using, what prompts we're doing, and how we're putting it all together to create real money for our businesses in an hour-long presentation just this week. And now, as always, I'm bringing it here to you. If you want this, hop in, take a look, and let's actually get together on this. And if you like content just like this, we do have a $5 a month school group where we do stuff like this all the time, share all the different AI tools, strategies, and hacks and prompts that we're using, and you can grab it right directly down below inside the description in the link. Otherwise, let's get to the training and get shit done. I'll see you in there.
Everybody come on camera. Let's get some shit done today. Let's have some fun. As you may have guessed by the intro, a couple of things that all of these AI specific videos and trainings are sponsored by. Thinker.ai. It's our voice AI company. It is the best voice AI company in the game. If you don't have it yet, you should. And also by the school community and the GSD being the best mentorship possible to help you learn how to absolutely crush, scale, grow, and fulfill all of your clients and all of the things you need to do in your AI agency that you guys all had to have come from specifically in order to even get here in the first place. This is where we do all of our AI trainings and all of our stuff. So what we are going to be going over today is one of my favorite topics, something we've done a lot of work on lately, and that is AI cloning. Okay, so today is going to be the AI cloning masterclass, how to clone yourself with AI for video ads, for reels, for VSLs, all of that stuff. So I'm going to have a working document right here that we're going to go off of. I'm going to add prompts. I'm going to add tools. I'm going to add recommendations to this doc as we go along. And after this is all done, we're going to upload the recording into the course area here. I'll pin it to the top of here, and I'll also add it in the classroom under the AI video training for business alongside of ones we've done previously where we've done animated video ads, end-to-end automations for avatar creation, different stuff we've done like this for a long time ago before we had some of the newer stuff. All of these trainings get put in here. If you guys are new to the school community and you have not gone through this, we have all kinds of image trainings in here, how to make those. We have all kinds of copywriting trainings. We have cool things like how to create webinars, how to create an infinite content loop for stuff like LinkedIn without having to do anything, AI video trainings, voice AI trainings, everything that is to do with AI that we operate inside of our businesses are inside of this group. So if you like stuff like what we're going over today, there's already a serious treasure trove of this exact kind of stuff sitting in this school community. So hop in, look around after we do that, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you guys some examples of what we're doing right now. I'm going to talk about how we use these specific things today in our ads, in our VSLs, in our content. I'm going to show you how to make highly realistic avatars that you can use for these things that actually look like you. I'm going to show you how to plan and create highly realistic B-roll. I'm going to say how we make animated avatars, which is really cool. I'm going to show you how to add effects like lighting your hand on fire. And I'm going to show you how we edit them all together to put them to use. Let's start off with examples, okay? Now, this whole group, this whole community is supposed to be AI businesses specifically. That's what it's all about. So in order to prove that out, to show you what we're doing, I'm going to show you some examples of what we've done. So starting with, here's one recently that we made, not for ourselves, but for a client. So I'll show you this one right here, just to give you an example of how these are coming out.
Mobile detailers, are you still stuck under 10K a month? Most detailers I talk to don't have a skill problem, they just don't have enough consistent bookings. Like, you'll have a solid week, then it slows down, then you're back trying to find your next job. We've been helping mobile detailers get consistent jobs coming in every week. fill their schedule in advance, and actually push into that 10K to 15K plus range consistently without relying on referrals or chasing people all day? If you're a mobile detailer who's ready to grow and invest in getting more customers, we want to help. Click Learn More to see if your area is still available. Mobile detailers
see nice, realistic, looks good, smooth, and able to get that through, right? And if you go over to here, you can see on our own ad campaigns, we are constantly using AI clones, right? For images that we're doing, all of this stuff is leveraging AI. We're constantly using it for, again, stuff like this for our own ads.
Digital agency world is broken. Let's be honest. The hustle culture in the digital agency world is broken. You're told to do everything yourself, run ads, manage clients, follow up with leads, build systems, all while trying to grow. And no matter how hard you push, it still feels like you're stuck. That's not a work ethic problem. It's a leverage problem. The agency's actually scaling right now. They're not doing more. They're plugged into better resources. With GSD, you don't need to figure everything out anymore. You can offer high converting ad campaigns and powerful voice AI solutions to your clients without building, managing, or stressing over any of it. Your clients get ads that are strategized, launched, and optimized by experts, and every lead is followed up with instantly using voice AI that books calls 24/7. But here's the real advantage. You're not doing this alone. You're strategically partnered with a 20-year, $45 million agency that owns both a go high-level development company and one of the best voice AI companies on the market for agencies, meaning you plug directly into elite-level infrastructure instantly. No hiring, no tech headaches, no trial and error. Just sell, scale, and focus on making money. This isn't about doing more work. It's about removing everything that's slowing you down. If you're ready to stop juggling and start scaling with real leverage, click the link below and book a call today.
You can see how that's working there, right? If I go over to Thinker, it's the same thing, right? We're using stuff like this.
If you can talk, you can make your voice AI agent in minutes. Watch this. One click, and the AI co-pilot starts.
Right? You're able to use the different types of models inside of here, right? And if I click over to the actual page here, you'll see this, which is a AI VSL that we're leveraging, right? And you can also see there was some images and stuff down there. No, but you can see like for the B-roll, for the actual VSLs, all of this stuff is all being done by AI, and it's allowing us to truly be able to push that forward. Beyond that, we're doing the same thing for our content, right? Sometimes I need new content. Sometimes I'm able to, I've got these things from long form content, but don't have time to shoot new content. So I want to put some scripts into place, and you can create stuff like this.
Kills scale, and nobody wants to admit it. I was on stage recently talking about AI agencies, and I said, too many of you are stuck in build mode forever. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. And you could literally feel the room shift. Because if you're being honest, you're not building a business. You're building a playground. You're in GHL, wiring pipelines, triggers, AI, automations, and yeah, it feels productive. It's fun. It's stimulating. Feels like progress. But here's the truth nobody wants to say. Building is safe. It doesn't require rejection. It doesn't force clarity. It doesn't make you simplify. Selling something clear does. And that's where most agencies get exposed. They try to sell everything: CRM, funnels, AI, automations. And the client hears noise, because clients don't want features. They want outcomes. When you sell everything, you stand for nothing. When your offer is broad, your message gets muddy. When your systems are complex, only you understand them. And now you're stuck. Custom builds every time. Long onboarding, constant fixing, no leverage. You didn't build an agency. You built yourself a job. But the agencies that actually scale, they look simple, almost boring, and they win every time. They don't say, we help businesses automate with AI. They say, we help dental clinics fill 20 plus empty appointments every month. Clear. And now the system becomes.
And so you're able now to leverage these tools, right, to do all of that. So you guys can see now through the examples, right? What was that? Ads, content, VSLs, all three. And you're able to see how are we actually leveraging them? Well, we're leveraging them in ad campaigns just like this. If you go to the Thinker campaign, that avatar video that I showed you here, right? This has been running since, look at that, February 17th. So what do you guys think is the reason it's been running for 1, 2, 3, 4 months at this point? Anybody put it in the chat. Why do you think an ad is still running after 4 months?
Making money.
Making money, exactly, because it's converted, right? So you guys can see these avatar ads and this kind of stuff, it works. But what you're also able to see is, look, like these two actually are a great example. This is talking about launching a voice AI receptionist with your AI. So if I go like this,
if you can talk, you can make your own voice AI agent in minutes.
If you can talk, you can make your own voice AI agent in minutes. And then this
agency onboarding shouldn't cost you money. Thinker fully automates it for you.
talking about a different hook, right? So now we can have full-on videos behind it, but use these AI avatar videos to test multiple hooks, to have a whole bunch of intros, to create content consistently without having to do a whole bunch of things. Like if for this one, for a client that's running this for mobile detailers.
Are you still stuck at 10K a month?
Do you think we're going to get people to shoot all these videos over and over and over again? If anybody's ever tried this in the past to run ad campaigns, to do content, it is a huge pain in the ass to get even one. Say the ad flops, say you want to do another test, and then it's all right back to scratch. So even if you know that having a video ad or having video content should work better than the graphics, it's just not worth it. But this right here, anybody think that this guy looks real enough? Anybody think that that looks good enough to run as an ad campaign? Yeah, it's printing leads, literally printing leads right now. Okay, so let's go with that first. I want to show how to make highly realistic avatars. Okay, so the tool that I use for this is over here. Okay, I'm going to fall.ai, and the model that I'm using is fall.ai Flux LoRa Portrait Trainer. Okay, so I'm actually going to go here, right here. Okay, and this is a credits-based thing. Very, very, very cheap. You put $10 on this like months ago, and I use this hundreds of times, and I've never gotten past this. Okay, so you're going to grab this, and I'm going to put the link for this tool specifically on this right here. Okay, so the tool I use to create the avatar is here. Okay, so you'll note that a lot of tools that I'm going to show you guys today are multi-tool things. Okay, they're platforms that you can select a bunch of stuff off of. So fall.ai, I can select this, and then it allows me to do another thing. For another thing we're going to do, Hedra allows me to, if I want to create, let's say, an image right here, if I want to, then I can actually select between, oh, here, let me change this to my other camera. Go like this. Okay, so I can actually select on here. I can do Nano Banana. I can do GPT images now, which are great, by the way. Dream images, Flux Pro images, all that stuff. Right. So I'm using these different models for different things. Now, what the portrait trainer is and why I'm using it for my avatar. This is for if I want to be a highly realistic person myself, like if I want to create an avatar that looks enough like me or enough like a client. Okay. Why? It's because the first thing it allows you to do is drag and drop a bunch of images. You want to do at least 10 to 20 different angles, high resolution, all that kind of stuff, images, okay? And then you put it in here, and it will actually then train the thing. So what I've already done, I've already created one about me because I use this all the time, and I'll show you in a second. And then you create a trigger phrase, okay? The trigger phrase I use is literally my name so that I know I'm making an avatar of myself in a situation, okay? So what it is, again, and we'll put this down here. You're going to upload 10 to 20 images of yourself or the subject that are high quality and what you want to look like, basically. Okay. Seed phrase, use your name. That's how I do it anyway. So we have it in there. Okay. And it takes a few minutes to train, and then you're going to see this over here, and you're going to be able to run an inference. Okay. And then this is going to take us over here. So if I said I want Cody on a rooftop patio in Vancouver. Let's say a rooftop patio in Vancouver on a beautiful summer day. Because if I don't say summer day, it always shows rain clouds in Vancouver, which honestly, that's correct. So can't blame it for doing it the right way. Now you can change the size here. Now, because I'm going to be wanting to do this on a vertical video, right? We'll choose 916 for it, okay? Number of inference steps is basically how many steps you want it to go before it actually gets to the thing. So theoretically, the higher quality, but if you get too far up, it just destroys it. So I just leave it as is. Sometimes I go to 30, whatever. Everything else I'm leaving equal. I'm leaving the same here, okay? And then we're running. You can also, if you want to not have to hit the button enough times, you can come down here and you can actually say, I want you to put out multiple images. So you can actually say down here, you can put like 3 images at a time if you want, just so that you can see that. It will generate 3 at a time instead of 1 at a time. I typically like to just do 1 at a time, but again, you can do 3 at a time on here, and then it'll show something like this, right? Now, inside the school community, something you guys already have under the useful AI for businesses here is an AI image and video prompting cheat sheet. There's a full training in here too. So you can do all kinds of stuff here, right? That we're going from all of these different shot types, all of these different lenses. You can play around with how this stuff all looks, right? That's what you really want, okay? Is to see what kind of light, what kind of describe texture. The more into it you put for your prompt, the better it will actually be, okay? So that's what you want to be doing on there, is making sure you have that. So eventually you come to something like this, right? But let's see what this comes up with, and I'll show you that. And we can also take like, okay, let's say I want realism. Let's see, which is, no, I want to go with flattering soft light. That's actually kind of fine too. And let's say, okay, so Cody on a rooftop patio in Vancouver. Let's say Cody wearing a GSD shirt on a rooftop end of a Sunday. We'll say soft light, flattering, diffused, and we'll say, what else can we do here? I like to think ultra wide, natural portrait. So I want like a portrait type lens so that we can have that too. Lens will be this. Okay, and this time let's go with this. So you can see now it's generating 3 different images, right? So again, let's let this generate. Let's go from here. Now the next step, once we find one, and sometimes you got to go through a few iterations, but it's going to use the trained portrait of yourself, and it's going to come over here and make these images. So this is the first step, getting something that actually looks like you. If I just go directly to here and I use this without doing it, you can see some results that my own guy is doing without doing the portrait step. You can end up with stuff like this that sure might be based on you, but isn't quite, like the eyes and the nose and the features. It's close, but not quite, you know? So there's differences on there to be able to do that. So you want to be starting with a portrait of what you want it to look like and then be building it from there, right? So if I see this one here, this is fine. Let's go with this one, right? So now I want to take this picture here. We're going to download it. And then I'm going to actually come over here and I'm going to do upscale image. And I want to do this instead. Okay. So now I'm going to give you guys one more thing here. That's this right here. So now to make it more realistic, what we're doing is we're upscaling it. So I'm going to go over here. That's that. The tool I use to upscale the image is this, another fall.ai, but the model is this right here. Okay. So you can go in there and do it, and you're going to upload. Now, if you only do one image, there's actually an upscale button here that you can pick. But if there's not, then you come in here and you do it this way. There is a whole bunch of settings in here. Sometimes I'll do the upscale factor up to 3. Again, if you put it too high, even though in theory it should be good, it will sometimes mess it up. So honestly, most of the time I leave it blank, or I just do a 3 on that. Okay. And then you hit go, okay, and you check it out. So it's going to actually, the cool thing about this that I like is it actually creates a swipe thing here, right? So it's going to be subtle, but you can see if we zoom right in, it's going to be easier for you to see. Like, see, there's a slight bit of blur. Maybe it kind of looks like it's fixing it, right? And this will go and it will add almost like skin texture and flaws and more hair detail and that kind of stuff. You guys see that? I mean, even when you zoom out, it is. But to make the videos, right? When we're talking about you want something to look really good, really crisp on some of these, right? It makes a huge, huge, huge difference when you're doing it to this level of realism, okay? So you want to make sure you're doing it. Now, I actually kind of like this, right? Over here, we go like this. So I actually kind of like this one right here. And so we're going to download it, but I want to show you guys, you can literally upscale again. Okay, so if you want to go even further than that, you can click upscale. And then what you're going to do is now you're going to run it one more time. Okay, so you can upscale it multiple times depending on how much you want to do inside of there and be able to do that. Now you've got this. And you can do this, or you can do this and literally upload the upscaled image in and run it that way so that you know for sure it's using the upscaled image and being able to do it. And Chris saying that the left side, the unupscaled version looks better is literally because it's adding flaws, right? So I don't even know if he's joking around or not joking around, but it's legit. It should make it look more like a real person, less makeup-y, less blurry, less kind of coloring done to it, right? It's supposed to look more like a real person, to get rid of the uncanny valley. So actually, I'm glad you said that, Chris, because, you know, a big thing for AI for why they look still a little bit off is because they have a plasticky kind of look to them, right? If you guys have seen a lot of them, it'll be almost like a fake person, almost too good, almost like they've got makeup and all this kind of shit on. And so that plasticky kind of look is why we're doing these upscalings, right? We're trying to create right here images where it adds flaws to it so that we can have this in here, right? I'm not sure why. Oh, there we go. So that you can see even more. So you decide which one. I actually think this one, yeah, I was already upscaled, so there's not much more to do there. So I think it's fine, but that's good. So now you've got that, right? So we've got our upscaled image here. Okay, now the next step is we then want to go to HeyGen, tool I use to add to animate the avatar. Okay, so we're going to go to HeyGen to animate the avatar. Okay, so that's this tool right here. This is what we use for animating the core video, baseline video anyway, of the actual thing. So before this though, we got to create a script, right? So I'm going to come here, right? This is what I would do on here is I'm creating, you can see right here, I want to create a 60-second AI video ad script below. Change the focus from custom builds, make a note about different things, right? I'm using ChatGPT to do this, and it's creating right here the script, the 60-second script for us, okay? So I'm coming in here. So the thing right here is rewriting a script. If I wanted to create a script, for instance, I could go in and say if I go to an ad campaign, let's actually just go into this ad campaign. So we have this right here, which is literally an ad that we're running right now for our partner program. Okay. So say instead, what I want to do, I'm going to come over here. I need to create a 60-second video ad script to go with the ad below. Niche is marketing agencies who are using / selling GHL and AI services to their clients and are overwhelmed by not being able to find new clients and also can't keep up with fulfillment for ones they do get. Here is the ad and go. Okay. Return only the script and what it says, no other details. Okay. And I'll put this prompt in. Again, everything that we do here today, we'll do this. So tool I use, let's just keep this up. Tool I use for the script creation is ChatGPT, and we'll say prompt I used is here so that you can have that as well. Okay, so just all the assets we're working on here today, guys, will all be on this document so that you guys can have all of this stuff to work off of. Okay, all right, now going back to where I was over here, right? We now have the script. Well, I already like that first thing. You were sold a lie is a great hook. I'm not even going to read the rest of it because I already think that that's great. We're going to go with this now. Cool. We were sold a lie. Now I go over to HeyGen. Now we got to do a couple of different things on HeyGen. Okay. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new look for my, okay. So you go to avatar on HeyGen, you go here and you go add a look. Yeah. Let's go to my other one, Cody here, right? And here's my looks, and I'm going to upload the image that I just did here, the one that has gone through the process of being upscaled, and it's going to go in there. And then what we're going to do is here, once it gets on, perfect. Okay, so we've got this, and I'm going to use it in a video. Okay, and we're going to add in a script. We're going to paste the script we just had here, okay? And then we're going to change the voice by clicking here. I need to switch it. Now, when you're going in here to do the voice, I'm going to pick the one that I've already done because I've already gone through this a few times. But if you wanted to do a new voice, you'd click right here and you can actually clone your voice literally by recording what this says and then having it. You can also upload a recording of a client if you have that, but you can also just record your thing. It will generate you a voice right there and you decide if you like it or not. I had to go through a few iterations, to be frank, until I got the one that I liked. But for this, I was happy with the one that we eventually got, which sounds like...
Hi, I'm excited you're here. This is a preview of the voice for your character. Take a quick listen.
Yeah, honestly, I fucking hate it, but everybody hates their own voice. So just be okay with that. And the thing is here too, guys, when you're making avatars of yourself and you're making voices of yourself and all this stuff, just keep in mind a universal truth. You are always going to be more more of a critic than other people, and you can kind of go from there. So we're going to use that voice here, change it back, change it to me. There we go. On that. Cool. Now you've got this all in here. You've got your script, you've got your avatar, and we'll hit go. Okay. So now this is going to animate a vertical video of this guy talking. Now this pose and stuff might not be the best pose, but for the purposes, like for how it's going to animate the look and feel of everything, but it will be fine, I think, but you'll get the idea for what we're being able to see. So this is going to do this for now. Okay. While this works on this, I'm going to go back over here so you guys can see how we're making these realistic avatars and all this stuff. Okay. Now how we're doing a VSL is exactly the same way. Okay. So basically, instead of it being this vertical video here, what I would do is I would change this to be from portrait size, and I would change it to be landscape. Okay. I'm going to reduce this to 1, and it's a VSL now. So instead of being on a rooftop patio, because this would be more for content, more for outside, right? With the design, think through and all of this stuff. What I would do is I would say in a professional, well-lit YouTube studio with a giant GSD sign behind him, right? Let's do soft light again, flattering diffuse. This lens all seems to work good. So we'll stick with all of that and we run, right? Now, the thing with HeyGen is I can make a much longer script. I can record a much longer thing, right? Over here, we have a whole process here, GPT. And since you guys are all here today, I'll give you the GPT for it, right? Which is a VSL actual creation GPT, VSL script, right? So if I take this information, so if I take all of this information here and I go over to this wonderful script forge, I can say, I need a power VSL script created for the details below, right? And I can hit go. Okay, now this is already pre-trained on how we write power offers, how we do all of this kind of stuff, right? And go from there. And it can kind of go out and build this whole thing. It's going to build it each section correctly. It's going to remove all the stuff out of it and you can go from here. These are designed to be about 5 minutes long. And again, you would just take this image. If you like the image, did I not tell you to do 1? You can take this, upscale it, right? And then plug it in over here. And you're going to have your long VSL video, right? So that's how you would be able to do that. Let's let this go for a second and be able to make that happen, right? So you can get something like this. Maybe we want it to be more showing the whole body or something like that. Honestly, this would be fine. I do like how this is well lit. And again, you can see now, guys, see how I've got the only 1 image here. So I can actually just hit upscale right away. I can tell it to go in. I'm going to up this to 3 again. I always do the 3 here for the upscale factor, right? And I'm hitting run. Okay. So be able to do this in here and be able to put that through. Okay. So right now, while this is running, I'm going to bribe you guys to do something. Okay. If by the end of this video, by the end of this training, if each of you has put 1 takeaway inside of our free community on Facebook, the link that I just put in here, I want you guys to each go in there and put 1 takeaway. It doesn't have to be now, but by the end of this thing, then I will add the VSL Forge here, this thing that will write VSL scripts. Wonderful thing, guys. It also is trained to then, if I then go and say, okay, cool, now give me a 60-second AI video script to promote this VSL, it will do that too. So it will write both of those scripts. So if I get at least, I don't know, how many people are there in here? 30. If I get at least 5 to 10 people that have put their top takeaways inside the group from today's training in the free community, the Facebook community, then I'll put this script Forge GPT that I have into the document, the link directly, this one that I'm going to upload into the school group for you guys at the end of this. Does that sound fair? All right. So we got this, right? We upscaled it. And again, let's zoom in, right? And you can see blurry, plasticky looking. Now we got hair follicles. We got, some imperfections on the face. We've got some skin texture, right? That kind of stuff that again, really, really adds these details into the features here. So I think you guys get the point, right? So now this is getting created. What I want to see is, let's see if this played. Okay, let's check.
You were sold a lie that if you just worked harder, learned more, stayed up later, your agency would finally break through. But instead, You're buried in GHL snapshots, automations, funnels, onboarding calls, support tickets, AI tools, fulfillment headaches, and somehow still expected to go find new clients every single day. That's not scaling, that's survival. The agencies winning right now aren't doing everything themselves. They're partnering smarter. Imagine being able to sell $6,000 plus GHL and AI builds without touching the technical work. Imagine voice AI following up with leads, booking calls, and handling conversations for you 24/7. Imagine having your ads, creatives, copy, and optimization completely handled by a veteran team that's already generated over $45 million in agency sales. That's exactly what we built. You focus on closing deals. We handle the fulfillment, the systems, the AI, the ads, and the back-end headaches that normally keep agencies stuck. No more grinding. No more duct taping tools together. No more trying to be the salesperson, tech expert, media buyer, and support team all at once. Just a scalable system designed to help agencies grow faster without burning out. If you're ready to stop hustling and start scaling, click below and book a call with our team today.
That actually came out really good, and I take it back. That pose actually worked fine because it moved the arms around quite well for it and all that stuff. And I think the realisticness of it came out even better than expected. So hopefully you guys agree with me. Now, I'm going to show you two things, okay? One, I'm doing this literally while I'm talking right now. There's a quick way and a long way to do some edits that are both really cool, okay? So literally right now, I'm taking this video, you can see it right here, and I'm putting it through an app called Captions, okay? I'm importing it in, and they have a button here that's called AI Edit, okay? So I'm going to literally, all I'm going to do, literally nothing else, I'm going to hit generate to edit, and then I'm going to put my phone to the side, and it's going to do its thing, and I'll bring it back up here and show you in a minute. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to show you guys one more thing, okay? So now we have this, wait, what did I use for the script? It was this thing, right? Yes, this thing. Okay, so what I want to do is this here, same thing I did here. So I'm going to take this now in my GPT that I've got, and I'm going to say I need, let's say 5 3-second B-roll AI video clips to use in this video. Okay, I'm just going to hit go. I want to see what it can do. Now, these, I'm going to be honest, these are getting so good.
You were sold a lie.
That the uncanny valleyness of it is actually starting to go away. So I used to be very, 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 very adamant that you had to break these up. That if you let it go on too long, it gets more and more and more and more like, oh, okay. But honestly, they're looking so good. Like you might be able to start just throwing some captions on here and using these as is, really. But normally what I do is I want to break it up. Every like 5 to 10 seconds, I want to break it up with like a 3-second B-roll thing, and it makes it even better. Okay. So how do we do that? Right? How do we be able to create this part? We do it by doing it almost exactly the same way. So we're over here. We've got our things here, right? So cinematic, realistic person. Let's take this now. This would be of a digital marketing agency owner. So now because it's me in there though, I want to go back to my portrait, right? So we're going to go to my portrait thingy here, right? And we're going to leverage the inference that we've created of ourselves. And we're going to put this prompt in. And I'm going to take a look at what the prompt actually says. Cinematic, realistic, let's say image of a stressed out Cody. That's what we're going to say. Stressed out Cody. Because again, this is our trigger word. Remember this. So we're like, wherever we put this is going to use us, our portrait, and insert it into the image. And since this is a B-roll of us talking, that's what we want to do. Sitting at a desk, surrounded by multiple monitors showing GHL dashboards, AI automations, unread messages, ad accounts, blah, 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 late night thing, cinematic, cool. Everything else looks good. And what are we doing this for? This is a vertical video. So again, we got to keep our size in mind, right? We're going to go portrait here, and we're going to go and hit go. Okay. And we're going to see what this ends up looking like. And then I'm going to come back over here and look at the next one. Tired agency owner again. Okay. This one here does not have a me in it or a person in it. So now we're on to another tool. Okay. This tool is called Hedra. Okay. I'm going to go to Hedra. Now, again, Hedra is just a tool that allows me to use multiple different things. What I'm actually going to test out here is going to be VO3 that I use in here. And we're just going to do the fast one. and I'm going to add a prompt here, and we're going to make it a vertical video, and we're just going to put the prompt here. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to hit go. As a test, I'm also going to do seed dance. I've been loving seed dance lately, especially if it doesn't require me to put in an avatar, and we're going to hit go. Then we come back over here and we look at this. This looks fine, but not quite good enough. So we go run again. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to look, confident agency owner, epic cinematic video of a powerful digital marketer team. Yeah, okay, so let's grab this prompt as well. And let's do the same thing over here. I'm just going to put this in. I'm going to hit go. And again, we're going to also compare it to VO3. And we're going to hit, let's do VO3 fast maybe, and go this. Okay, we'll let these get generated here. I'll come back over here. This one looks good. And again, what are we doing? We're upscaling this again, because we always want to upscale the images that we're using as baseline things here. Okay, and I'm coming back over here. I'm remembering that this one was this one. Here we go. We come back over here. That's not it. This one is. It's not done yet. There we go. All right. Perfect. Okay, and we download. Go back over here. And we're going to add that in now as a start frame. Okay. So we're going to add the image that we created and upscaled, same process we're using for the other stuff, right? We're going to add that in as a start frame, and then we're going to put the full prompt in that we have here so that it can actually generate that video as well. Okay. And we'll wait for these to load. Okay. Now the tool that I use to do manual edits is CapCut. Okay. So I'll switch over to that in a second. I'm going to prep that on my other screen for a second so that I can show you. Actually, while these load, I'll do this so you guys can see. I think it's this one. Cool. So we do new project, and then we do import, and I'm going to import the base video here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it down here. And that's literally it for right now. Then we're going to switch back over to Hedra, and let's take a look at what this brought us and looks like.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting us. I am scheduling your appointment now. Please confirm the date and time.
Not great. I don't like that one.
Call answered.
Visuals okay, but it's seed dance. That's the one thing about seed dance. The wording and stuff doesn't look great. That looks good. Okay, I like that. What about this one? Yep, I like that. Of course, that's a realistic one that came through. This guy, I should have done.
By leveraging these AI automations, we've achieved unprecedented client.
No good for that. Okay, so you get the idea though. You would go through this process. I think this one here, what was the prompt?
Our global
this, if I remix this, yeah. So let me grab this. I would actually go back and do this again here because the one that I did with me looked much better. Go back to the ultra realism here. We're going to click on run inference here. We're going to go this and grab another one. So again, we're doing epic of a powerful digital marketing and AI team working together inside a thing of Cody alongside a powerful digital marketing team doing this thing. Ah, fuck, I didn't change the size. Go back here, go to here and run. Okay. So now though, you can see over here, now what are we going to do, right? We're going to import the B-roll. Very easy. All right. I'm going to go back and refer to my B-roll request here. So this was a stressed out digital marketer. So this would probably be something we would do somewhere around like, how let's see. It was
You were sold a lie that if you just worked harder, learned more, stayed up later, your agency would.
I think right away. I think that would be good. So then what I'm going to do, I don't even want the audio here. So what you do is you right click, you extract audio and you delete audio. Okay. And then literally it'll play right through.
You were sold a lie that if you just worked harder, learned more, stayed up later, your agency would finally break through. But instead, you're buried in GHL snapshots, automations, funnels, onboarding calls, support tickets, AI tools, fulfillment headaches, and somehow still expected to go find new clients every single day. That's not scaling. That's survival. The agencies winning right now aren't.
This in right around agencies winning right now. Right. And again, you extract audio and delete. Super easy to do.
That's not scaling. That's survival. The agencies winning right now aren't doing everything themselves. They're partnering smarter. Imagine being able to sell $6,000 plus GHL and AI builds without touching the technical work.
Right. So without worrying too much about like going through this whole thing, I just want to show you guys how easy this is, right? To create this type of a thing. So let's make this full screen. Doesn't want to go full screen. Let me just zoom in. Oh, that's not doing anything. I guess just watch it as it is. We'll go from here. But you guys can see the starting point now. When you're breaking it up with this B-roll that we're able to make in this way.
You were sold a lie that if you just worked harder, learned more, stayed up later, your agency would finally break through. But instead, you're buried in GHL snapshots, automations, funnels, onboarding calls, support tickets, AI tools, fulfillment headaches, and somehow still expected to go find new clients every single day. That's not scaling, that's survival. The agencies winning right now aren't doing everything themselves. They're partnering smarter. Imagine being able to sell $6,000 plus GHL and AI builds without touching the technical work. Imagine voice AI following up with leads, booking.
Right. So you guys can see, everybody think that that's cool? Yes, no? You can see how breaking it up a little bit, how you're making the B-roll, leveraging the same kind of process, but just with like 3, 4, maybe 8-second clips and able to do that. Very, very easy to do. And right here, you just layer it on top of each other to make it happen, right? Now, the other way to edit it, which was with this captions app. And now what I'm going to do is take this, share it to myself on here. So let this receive. I'm airdropping it back to myself. So again, this edit was honestly done fully auto magically. So for content and honestly some for ads too, this can work easier if you don't want to go through this whole process of editing and stuff. It's literally all done automatically and being able to do that. I didn't even take a look at this to see if it came out good or not. So let's just take a look. Honestly, this zoomed in shot, look at how fucking good and real that looks, guys, right? Like so good.
You were sold a lie that if you just worked harder, learned more, stayed up later, your agency would finally break through. But instead, you're buried in GHL snapshots, automations, funnels, onboarding calls, support tickets, AI tools, fulfillment headaches, and somehow still expected to go find new clients every single day. That's not scaling, that's survival. The agencies winning right now aren't doing everything themselves. They're partnering smarter. Imagine being able to sell $6,000 plus GHL and AI builds without touching the technical work. Imagine voice AI following up with leads, booking calls, and handling conversations for you 24/7. Imagine having your ads, creatives, copy, and optimization completely handled by a veteran team that's already generated over $45 million in agency sales. That's exactly what we built. You focus on closing deals. We handle the fulfillment, the systems, the AI, the ads, and the back-end headaches that normally keep agencies stuck. No more grinding. No more duct taping tools together. No more trying to be the salesperson, tech expert, media buyer, and support team all at once. Just a scalable system designed to help agencies grow faster without burning out. If you're ready to stop hustling and start scaling, click below and book a call with our team today.
So again, that was done in like 5 seconds by the captions app for it. So, I mean, I would use that. I would use that as an ad. I will probably use that as an ad, just to be clear, because it actually came out pretty good considering we built this on the fly, right? The voice is in sync. The realism is all there. Even that editing cuts it back and forth. Some of the images I might want to change out. I might fuck around with the editing a little bit on my end when I have a little more time to more in depth on the B-roll. But you guys get the idea, right? Like how good and fast and quick you guys are able to actually do that is being able to do it. So let me put that down here too. So tools I use for editing, right, is going to be the captions app and CapCut on my laptop, okay, to be able to do those editing tools on there, okay? So, I guess I already went over the how to plan and make high realistic B-roll, did that up there. Ooh, okay, let's get into something cool. All right, which do you guys want to look at first? How to make animated avatar or how we do effects? So we all agree we're good on how to make ads, VSLs, content, the highly realistic stuff. Everybody understands that. Scripting, B-roll, editing, you're good to go. You're going to go start doing this. You're fucking pumped. Good? Okay. So now, how do we do animated avatars? How do we do effects? Let's start with effects because I want to spend a little bit more time on avatars. So tool I use for effects is this one right here. Okay, Runway AI, but it's using the Gen 4 Aleph thing. Okay, so I go back to here. It is runway.ai Gen 4 Aleph editor. Okay, so it's edit video basically, and then it's prompted through keywords and stuff. Okay, so this I use Fiery Limb Illusion, or I tell it to do this. So I shot this. It takes a couple of minutes, so I wanted to do this beforehand. So I shot this video here. You can hear it right before this training. Okay.
If you are not using AI to get attention in your videos, then you're going to get left behind.
Right. I look a little crazy, right? Look at me just waving my hand around in the air. But then I can take it and put it here and say, put my arm on fire, use the fiery limb thing, all this kind of stuff. And it turns into,
if you are not using AI to get attention in your videos, if you are not using AI.
Pretty cool, right, guys? To be able to actually leverage that, to be able to do that. Now, how would that work in practice? Well, I did a YouTube video showing those tricks before. So watch this entrance that I did with this, because I did a few of these videos right here.
Here's how we helped our client Kevin generate 40.
Give you an idea of how to actually get attention right at the beginning. So watch this.
For 300%.
If you're not learning how to use AI to start to get attention inside of your videos, then you're going to get left behind. What you really need is to figure out how can you add special effects all around you. Whew. How can you make sure that your videos really grab the attention that you need? All I did in the last couple of months is learn this specifically for my school community, link down in the description. And in this training that I'm about to walk you through, I'm going to show you how to use useful AI video for things like animated ads, for things like actually creating attention, like what I just.
So you can see how to do all of that, right? Did all of those right through here. So if I show you library on here, I can't even freaking remember. Somewhere in here, go back again. No, go back. I have changelog, characters, workflow, recents. Here we go. Okay, so you can see in here how I'm doing all of those things, and you can see some other ones that I was fucking around with, right? So you can see stuff like this that I was doing right here. So let me open this one.
All around
right?
you. How can you make sure that your
raining
all around
doing that, right? So this is literally an effects type one, right? Which is like, all I said was it starts raining heavily in his room and lightning strikes the table.
How can you make sure that you're
able to do that? And then, or you could go in here and you can also see where I'm doing an effect for like the snow, right? This is the one that I used in that video.
effects
A pile of snow falls on him from the ceiling.
around you? How can you effects?
Right. So how do you actually clip it in like I did, right? So if we wanted to say upload a frame, wait, let me make sure I'm on the right editor now. Need to go to apps, need to go to video, need to go to edit video. Yeah, Gen 4 Aleph, there we go. Okay. So let's take this one out, right? And let's put this guy in. Oh, the video is too large. Okay. So we'd have to shrink it down, but you get the idea. So what you would want to do, right, is just to give you an idea, is you want to take a video like that. So like we've got this one in here, right? This full video. You want to basically clip out. So I could go in here and I could say like, I want to use this exact section right here, right? So I could say delete all of this, and then I could say clip to use for effect, right? And I could export
An optimization complete.
And let that go. That was instant, right? And then I can come back here and undo all the bullshit I did, right? Put that all there. And then literally I can go back to over here, which is this button, right? And I can now do this one, right? And upload this, okay? And I could say something like a giant meteor crashes into the mountain behind him. I've literally never ever said this to this thing, so I have no idea if this will work or not, but for some reason I think that that would be cool, right? And you could do this in here. And now the benefit you have, right, is that I can go back to CapCuts and I can't, but I'll figure it out later. If I had not been stupid and undone the clipping I done, I would know exactly where to put the video so that it's a smooth transition is the point I was trying to make. But anyway, so once this gets done, once it's uploaded, you can then add that effect. Okay. So I'll keep looking back at this because I want to actually do this for you guys. It takes a minute. That's why I wanted to show you guys the other way. And while we do that, right, effects I have used / prompted before so that you guys can do this. Fiery limb illusion, snowfall, rainfall, and lightning strike, just so that you guys can see stuff that I've used here for effects that have worked really well. Okay, so now how do we make animated avatars? Let's wait for this to decide it wants to load so that I can do the thing, and then we'll go back to it. So animated videos. How do we use this? I use, again, Hedra for this with Nano Banana plus something like VO3 or Kling. Usually this is going to be something like Kling. Specifically, Kling is for if you have audio, which a lot of the time we're going to be doing for this kind of a thing, right? So first things first, I say to myself, well, what's a cool animation style for an AI video, right? So what could be a cool thing to do on here? And it says stuff like 3D Pixar, anime, manga, stop motion, claymation, Spider-Verse, if anybody likes the Spider-Man movies that have been coming out. So you can come over here, right? You can see I did this beforehand because I knew these videos, this training was going to take way longer than I expected. And you can see right here that I did right here. Okay. So I actually was creating using another AI clone to make these ads kind of thing for myself, for example, earlier. And I was like, cool. What if I wanted to do a video, but I wanted to do a video like this in right here, which is, oops, did I go the wrong way? Here, this would be the Spider-Verse. Turn this person, right? This thing here into a Spider-Verse comic style character. Turn this person into a stop motion claymation style character. Turn this person into a 3D style character. Turn him into an anime character, right? Now I say, okay, well, I want to remix or I want to turn him into a video. So let's turn this guy into a video. Let's go with Kling V3 or whatever here. And he'll do a square video here. And we're going to this guy, turn him into a video, and I want to use, a Hedra avatar. And then I can add the speech. Now, if I was doing what I was just showing you, so the same thing with these edits, right? Where maybe I clip out something and then I turn it into an avatar and then I clip it back in, right? So if I do this on here, let's say I'm grabbing an image, a screenshot of me right now, just to show you. So that, and then I go to, let's say here. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, you know what, I'll show you. So what I'm doing right now on the thing over here is I've taken a clip, and this time I'm not going to be stupid and remove it. And I'm going to extract the audio. And then I want to download just this. How do I do that again? Isolate voice, open file location. That's a thing? No. Okay. So again, then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to export just the audio. It's for pro. Okay. I'm not doing this right now. Okay, so anyway, that's what you would do anyways. You have to download just the audio file, and then you can go back over here then you would come back over here, right, into here, and you would upload that in, and then you'll get an avatar that you can just seamlessly add into your animated video. That's the idea. Okay. But instead, what I'll do is I'll just show you how to do it here. So I can actually just also record audio right here. Are you an agency that wants to learn how to make videos just like this? If you don't know how to make something look this good or frankly this cool, click this ad, because in this free training, I'm going to show you how to make animation style avatars that look just like you, but maybe a little bit cooler. Click this ad, try it for free, and I'll see you in there. All right, so now I have my animation style. I've got my audio here, and I can describe what I actually want it to do, but instead I'm just going to hit go, right? And it will then create that video. You can see an example of what I did this earlier without it being animated. Agencies, are you ready to grow? Now is the time to get shit done. Now is the time. So I like to have avatars be the only way that I do this. Everything else I like to do in HeyGen specifically, just because. But that's how you would actually create that animation style. And again, if you wanted to create a video like this that actually flowed, I mean, actually, I don't have to, if you see what I did on this, right? Which was this transition, I think, right at the beginning. If you're right, where I actually did like the firearm is one thing, but then when I did the transition to the animation, right, that was again using CapCut. It's using CapCut to stick these back in. So it just seamlessly flows because it's the same video. You're just creating effects, you're creating animation, transitioning over to it. And so you're just layering these video things over the editing. See, right, like that. So this was me doing this and then animating it with this. This might take too long for today's training to see. And then just putting that cut back into the thing over onto CapCut. So let's take a look at what this did, because this added
an optimization completely handled by a veteran team that's already generated over 40. An optimization so
it didn't necessarily show the meteor coming down, but you get the
completely handled by a veteran team that's
that looks more like a nuke went off behind me, but you get the idea. So you play around with
Already generated over 40
the effect.
and optimization completely handled by a veteran team that's.
And then you can take this and just stick it back over inside of the account, over inside of your CapCut edit over there. Okay. So that again is how you are able to do animated videos, how to add different effects, how to make highly realistic avatars, all of that stuff end to end for you to be able to do your cloning. Okay. Again, this is going to take a little while. So I'll put this in the school group after this is done and maybe make a couple of more effects so that you can see.
Already generated over.
You guys can get the idea of how to make all of that happen. And you can see how cool some of these avatars are, right? Like this one here, the Pixar one. I mean, they look pretty on brand, pretty cool, right? If I did an ad that was in this, I very well might, honestly, after this, do an ad that looks just like this, do an ad that looks just like this. You can also take this and animate it inside of Hedra if you wanted to. You could make this one of your looks and do it that way, right? So you've got all of these abilities to make these cool kind of characters along with the highly realistic clones that you're able to make. Okay, so I know that was a lot, guys. A couple of quick things. One, if you guys want that VSL script, go over to the group. Let me see if any of you guys have done this yet. If you want me to add the VSL Forge GPT to the document that I'm going to put inside of the school community along with this recording afterwards. Okay, guys, and let's do a little bit of Q&A while I wait and see if anybody's going to do it or not. All right, anybody got questions?
So I love what you do. It's really fantastic because I hate recording content and stuff. I see other people, I don't know who does it, but it's like people are like walking and transitioning to different scenes. Do you know how to do that kind of stuff too? Or
Yeah. So I mean, it's exactly like what I just showed you. Right?
Okay, so it's okay.
Like when you're seeing people transition, like the easiest way I can explain it is just because I've got that in front of me. But this, right, this thing here, where you see me like literally right here transition into animation and out of animation, right? When you're seeing people transition into like walking into another place or out of another place, it's shooting it all as one thing. So exactly like this, like you shoot the, are you all seeing CapCut now? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's shooting it as one long video, and then you're taking it and you're taking a clip of it. So you would take like this clip out, like snip a clip out of it, and then you would go edit that snippet and add whatever you want to it, or create a different scene, or animate it, or put effects around it. And then you'd come back in with the edited video and just put it directly over it here. And then what it'll do is it'll just seamlessly transition into it. And if there's something that's not seamless, you can add transitions here, like the swiped one that I do on that video, just to get rid of a little bit of there's a tiny little like kind of thing. So you can do that in there and it makes it work that way. So those kind of like, when you're talking about transitions, it comes down to editing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So the transition is it actually a different scene that you now bring in here and then edit and add it to that?
I mean, it depends on what you mean, right? It's you're taking the same video, you're clipping it out, you're clipping the section of it out that you want to do a change or do a different thing or do a different background or whatever. You're editing that somewhere else and then you're putting it back in.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's seamless because it's that exact like 8-second to 15-second part of the video. It's going to say the same things and be the same person. You're just adding or doing whatever you want to it, and it just seamlessly can transition through. No questions? Okay, cool.
I guess my question, Cody, quick question. So the apps you were showing, what's the typical cost for the subscriptions to these different ad apps to build this?
It's most of everything that I showed you. It depends completely on your usage.
Okay.
So they're credits based. So Hedra, we use the $75 a month one, and we get 15,000 credits a month that roll over, for instance. HeyGen, I don't even know, to be honest. Fall.ai is super cheap, that portrait one. That's why I love using it. I put $10 in there a long time ago, and I use it quite a bit. It's only at like $4.50 now. So I've used $5.50 over like 6 months. So that one's crazy. And yeah. And again, you don't get to use all of these, right? If you want effect, I just wanted to show you guys, where to go for effects, where to go for, animated stuff, where to go for the actual talking head stuff. If you want to get to the core of this, the Fall.ai one for the portraits, super cheap. Hedra can be super cheap. Just don't make a shit ton of videos. If you're making like 1 or 2 every couple of days or something like that, you could probably get away with the like $30 a month plan for that one.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Happy to help. Awesome, guys. All right. Appreciate all of you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much for spending the time to watch that amazing training. Like I mentioned previously, my intention is for you not just to watch that training, but if you got something out of it, if you think this information is useful, I want you to continue that journey with us. And you can do that in a couple of ways. One, I want you to smash that subscribe button so that you get notified every single time we put another one of these out, which will be at minimum once to twice per week. The other thing I want you to do is go ahead and click that next video right there beside you so that you can dive in and get shit done. Hope to see you out there.